Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to today's journey. Guys, this is the EV6. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Enjoy this journey. That's it. Connecting to the vehicle. 0.48 kilowatts. And I'm going to go ahead and put in my information. Connecting to vehicle. So I just have to go ahead and put my information in here. I just tap my card. Processing. Authorize. You can see it's being charged right now. And I can turn on the vehicle, turn on the air condition, and right here it shows that it's being charged. And right now it's 20%. I believe it was 18% when I came in less than a minute ago. Actually, I'm gonna go back out of the car and you can have an idea how quick it's charging. So when I came here, it was 18%. It's now 25%. 14 minutes left to 80%. And guys, it cost me 96 cents. So I can walk around, I can do anything. Actually, it is Walmart in the background there. I can go shop. But by the time I walk there, it will be 3 minutes, 2 minutes. By the time I go in the building and walk around, 5 minutes, another 2 minutes, come back, I'm just about charged 80%. Right now, $2.88. And look how quick it's charging. I started here. Look how much it already charged for $2.88. Guys, that is actually, it said charging time 2 minutes. That, if I had a gas car, I'm sorry for the noise in the background. If I had a gas car, it's $3.60, $3.80 a gallon. A gallon. So I already went from 18% to 31% for under $3. So I tell you, EV is the way to go. And you can go ahead and buy a gas car. Say for instance, when this is fully charged, I'm getting 300 miles. And most cars, you're gonna get 300 miles also. Like I said, EV is definitely the way to go. If you're in the Caribbean, if you're in America, if you're in Africa, that's the way to go. Absolutely the way to go. And it's up to 35% now. $4.80. That's a little gallon and a quarter. 3 minutes charge time. I got maybe 12 minutes more to go to get to 80%. If I want to do a full 100%, I'll be here maybe 35 minutes. And yes, if you have a gas car, you won't have to wait that long. But you're going the same distance with me and I'm paying a quarter. Say for instance, you go to work, you come home, you go to bed at night, plug in the car. By the morning, it's full. It's full. And I don't have to ever go back to a gas station. I'm only going to a charging station because I came to Fort Lauderdale and I stepped on it today. I went in the sport mode, and the sport mode is it gets you there. It gets you there really, really quick, but it eats up more of your battery, just like anything. The longer you use something, the better it's gonna die. Absolutely. But I can reach back home, and guys, this is it. $8.64. 11 minutes to 80%. 5 minutes. So when I'm done with the charge, you will see. If this was my gas vehicle, which is right now in the shop, transmission went out 2 days ago. If this was my gas vehicle, it would have cost me $65. Actually, yeah, it would have cost me around $65 USD. And by the time I finish charging this at 80%, it may be $18. So you do the math. $18. Okay, so maximum of 20. That's literally 4 gallons of gas. It depends on the grade. If I put the high efficiency, it will definitely be a lot more. Maybe $80, 80 USD. But with this, you're getting it, guys. And like I said, 15 minutes, 14 minutes, it really gonna take me to 80%. But this is the way to go. The vehicle is charging. The vehicle is charging. So if I do decide to move to Kenya, I'll move to Africa. What am I gonna do with my EV car? For one, it's left-handed. It's a left-handed car. And Kenya do not accept left-hand vehicles. But there could be a way. There could be a way around that, guys. I don't want to put that information out there just in case somebody's like shut me down before I even start. But guys, this is a fast vehicle. As you can tell, it shows the charging speed that is nearly full. This is the GT line, the EV6. I'm not gonna show my license plate, but let's go back here. $12.48. I'm up to 57% within 7 minutes charging. Right now, the charge speed is 190 kilowatts, and I'll really receive 29.53 kilowatts for basically $14. And you have a Volvo, an EV just showed up, and again, you have the Volkswagen, the ID4 over there. But guys, this is the way to go. So in 7 minutes, I have enough juice to take me home, and basically just put it on the charger, which will save me a lot of money. Not a lot of money, but it's not even a lot of money to even charge it. So going back to the Kenya thing, and guys, every time you walk towards the door with the key fob, the door here opens. And in this case, this one didn't open because I'm charging. So for security purposes, if I was to walk towards the car, this here would light up. This normally closes. This here normally closes. But when I walk to the car, this flips out. All the door handles open. So, and I don't know if you can hear, it's charging. As a matter of fact, and see this here, guys? This is a projector. So when I'm driving, it projects the temperature, the speed. It projects everything up on the screen. I'm gonna go ahead and open the hood. And it looks like a regular car. It looks like a regular car. There's a compartment here. And I don't know if you can see in the background, there's an orange cord down here. That is the main hot wire. And you can see it in the back there. The sun is pretty bright. That's the main wire to charge this vehicle. And when someone is working on this vehicle, I've understood that 2 people has to actually work on it, just in case someone get electrocuted. And you would normally get electrocuted if you're careless, if you're not following protocol. So, but this is definitely the way to go. And showing right here again, it's nearly to the 3rd bar. So I'm gonna shut it down right now. I say 4 minutes to 80%. 4 minutes, and it cost me $16.80. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna leave it go to the 4 minutes because they said they're gonna cost around $20, and I just want to put it to a test. And you will be right here basically seeing if I'm lying. See if I'm lying. Guys, I just got my hair done this morning. So, but this is definitely the way to go, guys. This car is quiet. So I'm gonna switch the camera. I'll show you here. Remaining time is 72% right now. 29 minutes to have it 100%. Guys, there you have it. I have air conditioning going, so I can do anything. I can play music, and all it is power. So when I get in the car, hit the power button, and this is the controls. There's a park right here. There's a reverse, R, in, neutral, D is for drive. So you will see when I finish charging, all I have to do is hit this. If I want to drive forward, turn it, and you will see this light up, and you press the pedal. I can't say press the gas pedal because this is not a gas car. So that's it. That is it. There's nothing to it. Nothing to it. So this vehicle is actually 876 horsepower. Most cars is not that much, but this was upgraded with a faster motor. So this also have lane assist. So when I'm driving, I can take my hands off and it will keep me driving in a straight line. It actually follows 2 lines, one to the left of the vehicle, one to the right. So if you get distracted, you can actually go ahead and stay in the lane. And I'm not saying, hey, go ahead and put it to a test, but it does work. It really, really does work. So it will actually prevent you from hitting another car. Like say for instance, if I'm reversing and there's a item, object behind me, it will slam the brakes, and I can press the pedal, and it will not go nowhere. That's the safety. If I drive in a car cut in front of me, and I get too close, it will slam on the brakes. Depends on the distance the person is. If they're really, really close, it will slam on the brakes, and it's telling you, it will scare the life out of you. But if it's at a distance, it applies the brakes gently, so to let you know, hey, and it will alert you red on the screen, hey, attention, attention, you know, pay attention. So also, I just turn off the vehicle because I'm gonna go ahead and unplug it, but I will go ahead and show you the ceiling, how it opens all the way up, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the charge. I'm at 80%. Okay, I lied. It's $22.08. So it's $2 more, and all I have to do is hit stop, and that's it. It just shut down. Please unplug, and it basically tells you 15 minutes. I got 48 kilowatts, 80%, and it cost me $22.08. And it's simply go in here, pressing this down, unplug, and return right back here. Guys, that's simple. Then I come back here and I push that in there, hit that button, and it closes. Simple as that. Simple as that. It give you, actually, when it put the tax on it, it came up to $24.86. And now I'm gonna show you how many miles I have. But keep in mind, it's not charged to 100%. So I press the brakes, hit the power, and everything just lights up. There goes the car. Air condition is going, and as promised, this is the sunroof. You hit the button one time, and it all opened up. That's the sunlight beaming coming in. And to close it, same thing, one button. And the shield comes in. So the only thing left, guys, is right here. I don't know if you can see it. Drive. Press the gas pedal and we're moving. So guys, that's all to it. So as of right now, I got 211 miles. 211 miles. And I can pick and choose where I want to go. So right here it shows it says auto hold. So when I stop, the vehicle stop, I can take my foot off the gas. It's not going anywhere because auto hold is on. Once I hit gas, I should say gas. Once I hit the pedal, we so accustomed to say gas pedal because gas has been around forever. So right here shows is 80%. Right here, 80%. So this here is regeneration. So every time I hit brakes, this here will charge the battery. I'm in an eco mode. Right now, I will go ahead and put it in normal mode. And right now you will see sport mode. It turns red, Diablo, which increases the torque, a lot of torque. And right now it dropped down to 198 miles, 199 now. Normally it will take a lot more juice out of the battery when you go in sport mode. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it back out of sport mode, which you see right here. I'm gonna take it back to eco, and you're gonna see it change the battery life because it's taking out less. So on eco is 211, on normal is 205, and on sport is 199. So it just basically means the faster you go, the more charge you're gonna eat up, and that's common. But I will go ahead and take a look at sport and see the wings flew up. And you can basically go to your map and you can search for anything. You can go to the navigation. It don't want to work today. So that's what. So I put my foot basically back on the brakes, and I didn't have to because it's on auto hold, which is right here. And all I have to do is hit gas, and you're gonna see it move. That's it. No sound. Absolutely. The only sound you actually hear is from the tires. From the tires. I am going to pause this video because I am gonna have to stop at the bank. Let me demonstrate what I was speaking about earlier. If you see in the distance here, there is a little green icon with a car and there's two lines. I will show you what I'm speaking of. I'm holding the steering wheel and I remove it. So there's no steering wheel holding. See what happened? See, it basically take me off. It's gonna pull me back. And my hands is right here. I'm not touching it. You see that? It's assisting me between the two lines. There's a vehicle that's driving by and I didn't want to scare them, but that is the assist. It got a little dicey just now, but I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and show you guys how it works. I'm glad I didn't slam, but you can see in the distance there's a lot of traffic. But again, it's pushing me back in the lane. It's pushing me back in the lane, and my hands is here. See that, guys? You see there's a circle right here where it's telling me it's assisting, and you can see where my hand is. The other one is on the phone. That's technology, guys. That is technology. All right, I think I displayed enough, but that's how well made and thought about these vehicles are made. And I don't know if you can see on the screen right here, there's a projection. She's saying 81 miles. Let's say the speed limit is 65. So it actually does showcase your speedometer and the vitals concerning how fast you're going. And I guess I was a little too slow for this guy. But yes, guys, this car is amazing. Amazing. I say it's a car, but it's actually a crossover between a car and a Jeep. So, but this is constantly monitoring. You may be hearing a little in the background, but it's constantly looking at any obstacles in the road and anything that can create a problem for me or for the car. They're looking out for its best interests. But going back to the subject earlier about electric versus gasoline, electric is the way to go. Absolutely. Especially price wise, and of course I'm hitting traffic up ahead right now, and you can see on the windshield the information. And guys, what's really nice about this vehicle, there's no sound. You may hear like a jet turbine, but it's very quiet. What you may hear is the road noise. I guess that person was impatient. So I was speaking about the regeneration earlier. As you can see right here, it says stop. I can show you. It will go ahead and basically say 1. Let me let it focus. So here it goes. It says 1 just now, 2, level 2, level 3, give me 1 second, guys. I just want to have my safety comes first. but basically right now it's a level 0, and what that does, the car will stop and coast just like a regular car. When I go ahead to level 1, as you can see level 1 right now, that means when it's slow down, it will start to charge. Very slight, but it's very easy on the neck as well. When I go to level 2, it builds up the torque. When I go to level 3, it builds up even more. And when I go to max, when I take my foot off the gas, I should say the pedal, it will stop abrupt, which means it put more electricity inside of the battery bank. I will go ahead and take my foot off, and you will have an idea how it will break, and literally like it will break your neck. I just took it off, and it slowed right down. So again, it produces more electricity when I do it that way. As you're gonna see, I'm gonna come to a stop here now. I'm gonna take my foot off the brakes, and look how it stopped. Just like that, guys. And it says stop right now, but it generally will, it says stop right now because the vehicle is stopped. I'm at a light. But when I take off, it should say maximum, because that means once I take my foot off the gas pedal, the electrical pedal, the vehicle will slow down rapidly, which produces more electricity inside of the battery bank. So that's another great feature, guys. Another feature, when you put on the indicator, this here pops up. There's actually you can see it right here. Right here is a little camera. Once you put on your indicator, it activates the camera, and it shows you in a vehicle to the left of you, in a vehicle to the right of you. So I just turned the indicator to the right, and you can see the car right next to me. So that's another great feature. And you can see the blue car in the background, but you see it also right here. And guys, I apologize for moving the camera a little too fast, so it give you that blurry effect. So this is another feature with the EV6, and not every electric vehicle does that, but this is the GT line, so you get a little bit more. Let me turn that off. Again, you will see on the left hand side, it will pop up now. That's a great feature. It prevents a lot of accidents. And if there's a car next to you, if you're making a left, trying to go into the left lane, you will have a hard jerk pushing you back to the right. So basically they're telling you, hey, do not go in that lane, you will create an accident. So awesome features. Awesome features. I'm gonna take it off right now because I'm not willing to listen to that tick tock, tick tock, tick tock while I'm here sitting talking to you guys. But yes, guys, I mean, there's a lot of features in this vehicle, a lot of features, but it's a good quality vehicle. It's a fast vehicle, and I'm sure you probably hear the smile in my voice when I say it's a fast vehicle. So sometimes the camera will focus because I guess it's looking way ahead. But yes, guys, this is the Kia EV6. So what are you thinking? How easy is it to get this vehicle to Kenya? How much problems I will have getting this vehicle to Kenya? Suggestions? Any ideas? Maybe if I take a vehicle to Kenya, most likely nyabohanse, over by Migori. Being that it's pretty close to Tanzania, or Tanzania, I don't know the correct way to say it. I say Tanzania sometimes. Maybe register the car in Tanzania and drive it over into Kenya, since there's open borders. What do you think? Any suggestions? Turn in here. Will I have issues? How often I can, how long I can do that for? Registering the vehicle in Tanzania and driving to Kenya. Maybe I shouldn't have said that on camera, but I'm sure people already thought of that. A left-hand drive vehicle, because I am 100% sure they are in Africa, because I saw a documentary on how much high-end vehicles that is stolen in America and it shows up in Africa. So, and I know that happens all over the world. Stolen vehicles, high-end vehicles. So, what are your thoughts? I would like to hear your comments. What they want you to do is, if you bring a left-hand car, they want you to go ahead and transfer the left-hand side to the right-hand side. That costs a lot of money, and I don't know if you want to go ahead and spend $30, $40, $50, $70,000 on a vehicle and then have to spend another $15,000, $20,000 to convert it. Ain't worth it. It's not worth it. So why not buy a right-hand drive from a foreign country, Japan, if you want a newer vehicle, and eliminate that headache? Because I am 100% sure sure. And guys, that was normal. That was not sport mode. But I don't have far to go. 1 mile. But I am very curious to hear what people have to say about it. So in a couple minutes I will basically give you the pros and the cons of having an EV, and maybe some with left-hand drive. I guess the thing is, they want to have a right-hand drive, so if you have to overtake a vehicle, you have a clear view. And I get it what they're saying, what they want to accomplish. Say for instance, in Anguilla, we drive on the left side, and most of our vehicles is left-hand drive. So we've been doing this for umpteen years, 100 years, and literally there's a lot of cars being imported now that is right-hand drive, and it's different. The first time I drove a right-hand drive in Jamaica, I actually cut a corner too sharp, and there was a parked vehicle, a Honda, and I scratched the Honda because the Honda was really low and I was in an SUV. So when I cut the corner, I didn't realize the Honda was so close, and yes, I scratched it. The guy came out. Actually, I went to this facility and asked if anybody owned that car, and they said yes, this guy owned it. So I even talked to him and I told him I scratched his car, but I gave him $30 to fix it. But I think the car really worth $30 in itself. It was a really old car, but he was thankful, and I was thankful that it didn't cost more, or there wasn't a real issue. So yes guys, when I settle down, I will talk to you guys more. Sorry about that guys, just was about to go to security and So listen, like I said, I really would like to hear your all thoughts on taking a vehicle. Actually, it's like a two-step question: left-hand drive car and electric vehicle. Let me roll up the window. So the landscape in here reminds me of Kenya. The green grass, the lushness. So guys, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think, and how it will benefit me, anyone, not me per se. How will it benefit someone for having an EV in Kenya? Hi guys. This video is not gonna be a long video. It's basically just to say how I really feel about the EV. Is the EV a good vehicle for Kenya? Maybe. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you a couple of the pros and cons about the EV. And technically, this is what other people really go in talking about. But you have to decipher what's important for you. This guy's them damn dogs to the world right here. An EV car, it really comes in three categories, for lack of a better word. One, it saves you money. Two, it saves the environment. But that's a two-part. It saves the environment in regards to the car itself. And three, you actually have the ultimate driving experience. Like BMW said, ultimate driving machine. I think an EV takes it up to a different notch. With the comfort and also with the performance. EV guys, the pros. Let me list some of the pros. EV is low maintenance. There's not a lot of moving parts like a regular gas car, a gas vehicle I should say. There is no engine. There is a motor, but the motor is like something you find in a toy. Some cars have one, some cars have two. The higher end cars have two, which most likely give you more speed. There's no oil changes, none. There's no transmissions. Last week, my gas vehicle, my transmission went out. When I got off the highway, something just came to my head and said, man, I hope my transmission don't go out soon. At no time soon, that's what I said. Guys, less than 5 minutes. My transmission was gone. $4,500 later. Good thing I have friends. I got it done for $3,800. That's a lot of money. But I needed the vehicle, so I have to go ahead and do what I have to do. A boat in the background. There's no tune-ups. Since the EV6 has regeneration braking, and what that is, every time you take your foot off the gas pedal, I keep on reverting to the gas pedal because the EV is a new thing. I should say the movement pedal. That's too technical. The gas pedal, let's put it that way. Every time you remove your foot, the car slows down, the car automatically brakes. Or every time you hit the brakes, it actually start a charge and put back some electricity into the charging bank. Beautiful, because the more you drive, if you lose 1 mile, you eventually will put back that mile just by braking, which is a function that is necessary when you're driving a vehicle. And it do not have to be an electric vehicle. It has to be a vehicle in period. You have to have brakes to stop. So that in itself creates less issues for the environment, because the brake dust is very toxic. And with this, you won't have that. You would have it a lot less. A good thing about EV, you get government subsidies. And that's what I was saying earlier in another video, where guys, there's toys for tots. Every Xmas season, I don't like to say Christmas, I like to say Xmas, seasonal holidays. There's folks drive around on motorcycles, thousands of motorcycles, raising money and raising toys for kids that is less fortunate. And this has been going on probably 20 plus years. Going back to the government subsidiaries. The government in the United States give back 7,500, 10,000 more, 15,000 on people who buy electrical cars, because it helps with the impact on the environment. And taking taxes off of 7,500, they give you a subsidiary. It's a big thing. It allows it more economical. It allows it feasible for someone to go and get a vehicle. The performance. You put your foot on the brakes, you hit the button, reverse, neutral, drive. That's it. There's no 1, 2, 3, 4, reverse, drive. There's none of that anymore. There's 3 gears. Actually 2 gears, because neutral is really not a gear. Reverse, drive. Reverse, drive. Hey, that's it. Drive. You put your foot on the pedal. I didn't say gas pedal this time. You put your foot on the pedal and you're gone. Most cars have, the higher end cars have 3 options. You have the economic, you have normal, and that's the lower base cars. The higher end cars has economy, normal, and ludicrous in the case of Tesla. In the case of the Kia EV6 is dynamic, which is, that's a ticket master. You will get the tickets because the car moves so fast and so quiet. And when you hear like a jet engine wind up, it's adrenaline. It's adrenaline. So I'm gonna say this. I've shown you the videos where to full up to 80% when I was really, really low. It cost $20. I think $20, and I think with taxes, they add on like $1 and change, say $2, so $22. And that will give you 275, close to 300 miles. If I was to fill up a gas car to get the 275 miles out of 300 miles, and my other vehicle that I just now replaced the transmission, that would have cost me $65 US. So that was a savings of $40. Plus, I'm doing good for the environment. So it can be cheaper if you buy an EV and you can charge it at home. So when you put it on the charger at night, you're not using the car, put it on a charger. By the time you wake up in the morning, if it's a a quarter bank of electricity are even empty, are low. By the time you wake up in the morning, you're full charge and you can go another 275. And you may not need a charge for 3-4 days. And the next time you go home, you just put it on the charger. You don't need to go to the gas unless you go to get a drink. In some people's cases, cigarettes, cancer sticks. So it's very economical, especially if you drive a lot of miles. And even if you don't drive a lot of miles, it's still the best way to go. If you drive a lot of miles, you don't have to go to the gas station. You go home, you put in a charger, you revitalize the car by morning. You need to eat every day. Your car need to be charged every day if you use a lot of miles. So that's the pros with EV. That's the pros. And I'm gonna give you some cons. You have to charge. You have to put gas too. So is that really a con? No. So let's strike that con off. Because in fact, you really do have to charge. You have to put gas in your car. So if you're doing a long trip, yes, you have to stop and charge up 15 minutes. Whereas if you go to the gas station, 5 minutes. But guys, is 10 minutes gonna kill you on a road trip? No, you go in, you get a drink. By the time of that, you sit on the car, you enjoy the air condition, and you charge, and you're ready to go. So earlier I said there's a two-part when it comes to the zero emission. It's a two-part because the car gives out zero emission, zero. So it does not affect the environment. What does affect the environment is these the charging stations. The charging stations get their electricity. Right now, some people is actually using solar, but not every charging station uses solar. A lot of the charging station uses the big energy companies, which they use nuclear, they use natural gas, and they use coal. Those are bad for the environment. But eventually, all those will eventually go away, and we will solely depend on that one thing. The Father up above give us sunlight and wind. So that's the problem I see. That's a con. But regardless, those energy companies is still needed because they produce electricity for the home. They produce electricity for the same gas station that use pumps, use electricity to put gas in your car. So regardless, is that really a con? Because it also feeding or helping the people who own gas. So you have to decipher, is that really a con? What is a con is the batteries. The batteries is a con. Say for instance, the lithium, the nickel, the cobalt, those are needed for the EV batteries to give you a longer distance. Guys, mining is dangerous. It's dangerous. And the work is filthy. The work is filthy. Say for instance, cobalt is needed for most batteries, lithium batteries. And guys, the biggest country that exports their resources for cobalt is in the motherland, the Republic of Congo. Republic of Congo. And guys, They claim that there's a lot of child labor mining this cobalt. I don't know if it's true. There is a lot of documentaries out there speaking of that. And if that is really true, these CEOs should be held accountable, because children is our future. Children is our future. And I hope companies would realize our future and their kids' future depends on our children. But I'm asking another question. The cobalt, I was referring to the batteries, the EV batteries. So yes, cobalt is needed for it. But our cell phones, our camera, this camera, our laptops, our electronics, they all use cobalt. So, is that really a con? Well, if you say it's a con, a cell phone is a derivative of it. That means everyone who walks with a cell phone, with a camera, with a laptop, and just about every one of us do. Are we hypocrites to say cobalt is a con? Because everything we own has cobalt in it. So are we, so if kids are being abused, child labor, are we encouraging it? You decide. Because every cell phone, every laptop, every tablet has it. So, is it a real con? At the end of the day, I think an electric vehicle is a good thing. It may cost a little more than a gas car. Depends on your taste, or your liking. But you're gonna save tens of thousands of dollars in fuel over the course of 5 years. Tens of thousands, which will indeed buy you a new car in 5 years. You would have paid for a new car. You would have given out money that can buy you a new car if you have a gas car. Think about it. You can go to bed, the car will charge by the time you get up in the morning. You guys with the cell phones, including me, when you go to bed at night, what do? I'm gonna tell you what you do. You put your phone on the charge. That's necessary. Depends on your job. You use tools. The cordless, you charge your tools. Those have lithium batteries. So we can go down the road, we can argue about this, but we have to come back to it about EV cars. That's the way to go, guys. That's the way to go. So with that said, go can buy you an EV. Maybe two. So guys, EV would be awesome in Kenya, and it will do justice by your family. Because if you can simply charge home, there's endless possibilities. And with that said, EV to the world. Guys, big up Anguilla, big up Them Damn Dogs. And by the way, Them Damn Dogs also have its new YouTube channel right now. And guys, go ahead and support this channel. Go ahead and support my channel. I am Stefan, that's Stephon. And there's also my brother, Trayvon. His YouTube channel is Yeah Daddy. That's YHHDADDII. Guys, go ahead and support him. He's Anguillian. He's just one of you. Anguilla to the world.